In the depths of human consciousness lies an eternal question. Why must creation emerge from chaos, beauty from suffering? The answer echoes through centuries of thought, finding its profound expression in Nietzsche's understanding of existence. Here, in the crucible where order meets chaos, we discover the true nature of creative force, a force that defines not only art, but life itself. The modern world surrounds us with illusions of perfect order, of progress stripped of pain, of beauty without darkness. Yet beneath this carefully constructed facade lurks a deeper truth, one that the ancient Greeks understood intimately. They knew that true creativity springs not from tranquil waters, but from the violent collision of opposing forces, the Apollonian and Dionysian realms of being. This understanding, lost to time and buried under layers of rationality, holds the key to unlocking the mystery of human creativity and suffering. Apollo, with his serene wisdom and rational light, offers us the comfort of form and structure. He promises control, understanding, the beautiful illusion of mastery over chaos. In his realm, we find the principles of individuation, the boundaries that give shape to existence, the dreams that make life bearable. The Apollonian force creates the veil of Maya, the beautiful illusion that allows us to function in a world that would otherwise overwhelm us with its raw intensity. But Dionysus, wild and untamed, reminds us of the primal forces that surge beneath civilization's thin veneer. In his realm, we find the intoxicating power of chaos, the destructive energy that paradoxically gives birth to new forms of creation. The Dionysian represents the dissolution of boundaries, the moment when individual identity merges with the primordial unity of existence. It is in these moments of ecstatic dissolution that we touch the very heart of reality, even as it threatens to destroy us. This eternal conflict between order and chaos is not a problem to be solved, but the very essence of existence itself. The Greeks celebrated this truth through tragedy, their highest form of art. On the tragic stage, they confronted the raw reality of human existence, not to escape it, but to embrace it in all its terrible beauty. The tragic hero does not overcome fate. They are consumed by it. Yet in this consumption, they achieve a kind of immortality, a moment of transcendent truth that affirms life even as it destroys the individual. Consider the profound wisdom embedded in this understanding. The tragic hero's downfall is not merely a spectacle of suffering, but a revelation of the deepest truths of existence. In witnessing their destruction, we glimpse the fundamental nature of reality, that creation and destruction are inseparable, that beauty emerges from pain, that wisdom comes through suffering. This is not mere philosophical abstraction, but a truth that resonates through every aspect of human experience. Modern society, in its desperate flight from suffering, has forgotten this ancient wisdom. We build walls of technology and progress, seeking to banish the Dionysian forces that threaten our carefully ordered world. Our cities rise like monuments to Apollo, celebrating rational order and predictable patterns. We medicate our pain, filter our experiences, and curate our lives to maintain the illusion of control. But these forces cannot be denied. They erupt in moments of crisis, in bursts of creativity, in the wild abandon of artistic inspiration. Each eruption reminds us that true creation requires destruction, that new forms can only emerge from the shattering of old ones. The artist stands at the crossroads of these forces, channeling both Apollo's dream of form and Dionysus's ecstatic chaos. Their work is not merely an escape from reality, but a deeper penetration into its essence. Through art, we glimpse the truth that beauty itself is born from the marriage of order and chaos, each meaningless without the other. The greatest works of art achieve this delicate balance. They give form to the formless while preserving the wild energy that gives them life. Consider the profound implications of this understanding for the creative process. Every genuine act of creation involves a descent into chaos, a willingness to embrace uncertainty and destruction. The painter must destroy the blank canvas's perfection to create an image. The writer must shatter the silence to give birth to words. The musician must disturb the piece to bring forth melody. In each case, something must be broken, disrupted, or dissolved for new forms to emerge. Yet this wisdom extends beyond art into the very fabric of existence. Every moment of genuine creation, whether in art, thought, or life itself, emerges from this dance between form and formlessness. The flower's beauty is inseparable from its inevitable decay. Dawn's brilliance exists only because of night's darkness. Life itself blooms most vibrantly in the shadow of its own finitude. This is not merely poetic metaphor, but the fundamental structure of reality itself. The implications of this understanding reach into every corner of human experience. Consider how personal growth emerges from crisis, how innovation springs from disruption, how love deepens through loss. Each transformation requires a death of sorts, the dissolution of old forms, the shattering of comfortable illusions, the embrace of chaos before new order can emerge. In our relationships, too, we see this dynamic at play. The deepest connections often emerge from moments of vulnerability, when we allow our carefully constructed facades to crack, revealing the chaos of our true selves. It is in these moments of exposure and risk that genuine intimacy becomes possible. The Apollonian structures of social convention must temporarily dissolve for the Dionysian truth of authentic connection to emerge. To truly live, then, is not to seek escape from this fundamental tension, but to embrace it as the source of all creation. It means accepting that our greatest achievements arise not despite suffering, but through it. The Dionysian chaos that we fear is also the wellspring of our most profound creations, while the Apollonian order we cling to must repeatedly shatter for new forms to emerge. This is the eternal cycle of creation and destruction that gives life its depth and meaning. This understanding transforms how we view success and failure, joy and suffering, creation and destruction. Each becomes not an opposite to be avoided or pursued, but part of a larger unity, a necessary aspect of the creative process that defines existence itself. The artist who understands this truth creates not from a place of comfortable mastery, but from a willing engagement with chaos, knowing that true creativity requires both construction and destruction. Consider how this wisdom might transform our approach to education, to innovation, to personal development. Instead of seeking to eliminate uncertainty and control outcomes, we might learn to dance with chaos, to find creativity in confusion, to discover new possibilities in the breakdown of old forms. This is not a call to abandon structure entirely, but to recognize the essential role of both order and chaos in the creative process. The implications for society are profound. Our current cultural moment, with its emphasis on control, prediction, and elimination of risk, stands in direct opposition to this ancient wisdom. We seek to engineer away uncertainty, to eliminate suffering, to create a world of perfect order. But in doing so, we risk strangling the very forces that give life its vitality and creativity its power. This is not a philosophy of mere acceptance, but of active affirmation, a yes saying to life in all its terrible beauty. It demands that we face existence without the comfort of illusions, that we embrace both creation and destruction as essential aspects of the same process. For in this embrace, we discover not happiness as modern society defines it, but something far more valuable: the ecstatic joy of creative participation in life's eternal dance. As you contemplate these ideas, consider that your own creative potential lies not in avoiding chaos, but in learning to dance with it. The greatest achievements of the human spirit have always emerged from this willingness to engage with life's fundamental contradictions, to find beauty not beyond suffering, but within it. This is the path not just to artistic creation, but to a fuller, more authentic mode of existence. The challenge before us, then, is not to resolve the tension between order and chaos, but to learn to live within it creatively. To recognize that our greatest moments of growth, our deepest insights, our most profound creations emerge not from the elimination of conflict, but from its creative transformation. This is the wisdom that Nietzsche uncovered, that the Greeks celebrated, that artists throughout history have intuited. Join me in exploring these depths, not for comfort, but for truth. Subscribe to delve deeper into the mysteries of existence, to confront the chaos that gives birth to creation, to understand the wisdom that lies in embracing life's tragic beauty. For it is only in facing these truths that we can truly begin to create, truly begin to live, truly begin to understand the profound mystery of existence itself. Remember, in chaos lies the seed of creation, in destruction the promise of rebirth. This is the eternal dance of existence, the truth that Nietzsche unveiled, the wisdom that can transform not just how we create art, but how we live our lives. For in understanding this dynamic, we touch something fundamental about the nature of reality itself, something that can guide us toward a more authentic, more creative, more fully realized way of being in the world.